doing a little work on the front of the engine and the firewall. This is just holding this up. This is loose right now. I'm doing one step at a time. So the first step was to get these into place. The floor is coming up at an angle, so this isn't 90 degrees. It's a little bit more. I've got this straight up this way, and it's straight up this way, and I put a block in there, so that's in place. That's the process I used over there. I'm just getting that one into place. I've got just something to hold it there, because from that upright to this upright to this upright is at an angle like this from the side, because it's coming in towards the center. So I've got this one at 90 degrees that way. I've got it at 90 degrees this way. I've got that bevel on the bottom, so it's straight up and down, and I've got the bevel on the blocking. So I'm going to glue that in so it's held in place there. Then I'm going to come and put this cross member in, and that one's not glued yet, it's just sitting there. And then one will go across the top here. Now the plans say to make this 22 inches long, which is fine, but at 22 inches, it's going to come, if you make it level with our level mark for the longeron, remember we made that mark all the way across level to here. From here level only comes to about here. So you've got a little more standing up there. And that may in fact be okay. Because on the front, the only thing for a firewall, literally the firewall on this is 1/8 plywood, which doesn't seem right at all to me. The only thing that they have to hold the engine are a couple blocks like this placed on that 1/8 plywood, from what I see. Here's our plan on the wall. So there's the block that I just put in. Here's the brace that I'm going to put in. And here's that upper brace. And you can see I had that marked there where level was. And if you come across, I'm not sure where it comes here. It shows that it ends, this piece ends at the top of this cross piece. But as we saw, this upper comes to about here. So it comes above where it's supposed to meet. And so this shouldn't be 22 inches, it should be more like 20 inches. With that cross piece coming across and mounting to it, and then corner blocking there, and then gusset all the way across that. Same down at the bottom, there'll be a gusset all the way around there. So either the DHF2 shouldn't be 22 inches, it should only be 20 inches, or this cross member, DHF9, just mounts part way up and not right at the very top. And here's what it, again, here's that 1/8 firewall, apply. Engine mount installation. Locate mount by centering on fuselage side to side. The upper attach points are centered vertically on the DHF2D, not sure what that is, and DHG4 on the bottom. On the bottom of DHF2D. The lower engine mount legs are attached to the vertical DHF2, DHAG4N, and DHAG5A, see below. Center the lower attach point on this assembly. DH5, yeah, I don't even see those numbers there. HG5A. Again, that's just another block, it looks like, inside there. So they're using just blocks behind this 1/8 ply to mount the engine tube. Let's take a further that comes close to a Firewall template is the actual dash. Now the problem is where you put the dashboard in, and there's the curvature for the dash, sort of, dotted line on a piece of paper. The dash is wider than the front of the fuselage, where the Firewall dash is going to go in about here, and from here forward it actually sucks in. So when you build the Firewall, you can use that curvature if you want from the dash, but it's not the right curvature. It's 2 inches skinnier this way. So I cannot find anywhere an actual design of what that Firewall is supposed to look like. And second, the Firewall is only 1/8 ply. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, if anyone has any kind of information whatsoever, in all the plans, that's the only thing I see for a Firewall. I've gone through all the small designs in here, and it has absolutely nothing on Firewall. The closest they come is the detail here. SKF1 Firewall. SKF1 Firewall, 1/8 ply. Now, all these guys and detractors on YouTube are telling me to follow the blueprints. 1/8 plywood does not seem like a good Firewall material for me. Here's your SKF1, the front view, and you've got a couple mounting blocks there, and there's your longerons there, it would seem. Yeah, something just isn't making any sense to me here. Can someone explain that? Not that I want an explanation, I'm just going to do it my way anyway. I'm going to probably use 3/4 inch and actually have some meat to hold the engine to, because there's nothing there. Alright, gas tank support brace gives us a little more insight. So, the top longeron comes all the way down the DHF9, meets with the Firewall, the DHF2 going down this way, matches up with the DHF2 going across the top of the Firewall here, and then that one's going back again to the longeron. So this is looking from the top. Top longeron, cross brace across the top, that's a DHF2D. That's the 1.25 inch by 3/4 inch thick. And then the plywood Firewall, the 1/8 would go on the outside of that. So it looks like here, the top longeron goes all the way to the outside, and then you've got a butt joint here. I'm going to piss off a lot of people again and do it my way. So again, we've got this 3/4 by 1.5 inch DHF2 coming up. We've got the brace in here at the top. This is the continuation of that top longeron. There's your mark there. I made this level, so I cut off about 2 inches off of this upper piece here, the DHF2. And then I went and added some joinery. So I'm going to do a joint like that, and then put this top DHF2D or G or whatever the hell they call it, DHF2D on top like that. I haven't cut that one yet there. But that will have that flat surface there, and then the 1/4 inch ply G1, or whatever G1 is. G1 is going to be, I had it here somewhere what G1 is. I think it's 1/8 ply that goes on there. G1 gusset, 1/8 ply. So then a piece of gusset just goes on the top there. And I'm sure there's some sort of blocking in here is 1/4 inch ply here, and that is your engine mount. So the engine's mounting to that on the top, and then on the bottom there's another piece of 3/8 ply, a little piece right here. So all your engine's mounting to is that piece of 3/8 ply and the 1/8 ply there, and that little piece of ply up on the corners here. Piece of ply there, an extra piece of ply there, extra piece of ply there, extra piece of ply there, and I guess that's all you need for your engine mounts. And then 1/8 all the way across is what they're saying in the plans. So, does anyone else have anything that they are doing there? The thing I'm adding is my joinery on the top there, so that this isn't just a butt joint. I've got it supported there by that upper thingamajigger, whatever you want to call it. And then there's blocking in all the corners. We'll add blocking, 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 blocking. Now that the floor is on there, blocking, blocking, blocking here. And then there's a gusset on the inside of this one, according to plans. We've got blocking on the inside of this here as well. And then a gusset up here as well. So there's that done to get that firmed up. And according to the plans, it's just 1/8 ply on there for the firewall. Alrighty. I continue. Okay. So here's the vertical. Right there. That's that. This is just the corner blocking. Then you've got a piece of ply, 1/8 ply, that's going to go in here. I'm not sure what this is. Tapered to match the longe on bottom only, cut from DHF2B. So we're not sure what that is. DHF9. So I'm assuming we put another piece on top here after we've got that in, or is that the DHF9 that's on the bottom? We're not sure there. You've got the firewall that's going to go on the front. It would make sense to have another piece on here just to add strength there because there's not much there. So that's that. Now here, again, this is top view. So on the top, I'm going to add G1 on top only. G1 is 1/8 ply. Gusset there. So that's on both sides. Then you're going to have these formers or strengtheners, whatever you want to call them, come into the top, I'm assuming. And DHG3 is another piece of 1/8 ply there and a 1/8 ply there. Now it says here 1/8 ply on top of the DHF2D. So do you put 1/8 ply filling all of this in as well, so that you have everything at 1/8? There's a question for you. C note 1, all corners have 3/4 blocking with 1/8 gussets on each side unless noted. So there's going to be blocking in there and plywood over top of that, blocking here, plywood over top of that. But this arrow is pointing on the top of the DHF2 here. So do you put 1/8 ply to make this whole thing level? And if I'm doing that, I'll just put one piece right across that whole thing there. 1/4 ply on bottom of DHG4. Now DHG4 is a 1/4 inch ply on bottom. So does that mean that is DHG4? So 1/4 inch ply on bottom. So on the bottom of this, there's 1/4 inch ply going all the way along, I'm assuming as well. This is, by the only drawing that mentions it even. So this is what we're going by. 1/4 inch ply on the bottom of DHG4, on bottom. DHG4 is what it's called. So that could go all the way along there and strengthen that top cross member, because then you'll have 1/8 ply on the top, 1/4 inch ply on the bottom. And then in the corners at the top, you can get another piece of 1/4 inch ply to strengthen. That would be at the top motor mount, and that would be where the top motor mount actually is. Because all this is 1/8 ply, so if you've got the motor mount here in this corner, you've got to beef that up with 1/4 inch ply on top of that, and then whatever it says there, whatever else it is. But this 1/4 inch ply coming this way, DHG5, yeah, is only 1/4 inch by 1 inch, so it's only yay big. Coming down that far on the outside, this is already 3/4, so it's going to hang down 1/4 because you're going to have a 1/4 inch piece here and then that 1/4 inch piece there. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking out loud here. Okay, I guess that makes some sense. So on this drawing, you don't see any of that. There is one corner block that you'll see in there. 3/4 inch corner block cut from DHF blah blah blah, so that's the corner block. 1/8 ply gusset on inside a fuselage. I'll have to see how that fits with all that other blocking that's going the other way, because when you just see it like this, it's hard to imagine a 3D, how that 1/4 inch blocking is going to go here, 1/4 inch blocking is going to go here on this going that way. All right.